Yep.
We are recording. Where this one to go again? Ha 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 ha. Oh. Oh.
I love how people will like 9 of your pictures but not follow you.
I have that happen all the time.
What is your deal? You'll like 9 of my pictures or videos or whatever, but you don't think I'm worthy enough to follow?
I had this guy and he followed me.
What is this shit on here?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know what that shit is. It's just shit.
We are all messed up today.
We're all
So for people that are tuning in, we shot probably 15 minutes and then all of a sudden the computer screen went blank. And so now we're starting over and now we have some icons on the screen.
It's
that are now
we're starting off hot. We're starting off real hot.
We'll get it.
We're figuring it out.
We will get it.
So what I was saying was I have that happen to me all the time. There was this guy, I actually blocked him today, who went through my TikTok and liked 30 of my videos. Weird.
Just didn't follow you?
It's just weird. And then went to my Instagram and like started sharing all my stuff off my Instagram to like his profile, like on his story, because you can do that. You can grab somebody's picture and put it on your story. And it like notifies you when that happens, right? I'm just like, why is my phone like blowing up right now? What the hell is going on? I'm not that fucking popular. And then to Twitter, same thing to Twitter. And I'm like, fuck this guy. So like I just fucking blocked him. I was tired of it.
I love hearing that.
Yeah.
I block motherfuckers all the time.
Bro, I have been on a block. Like, 'cause I go like TikTok live, right? I'll go live on TikTok or like in the morning or whatever I'm doing, right? Because that helps with your algorithm. It helps with your people coming to your profile and viewing your profile, right? Because a lot of people like watching live stuff, right? So I block motherfuckers all day long. That is just, they say something stupid and I block. Mm-hmm. You know,
it'll happen on Facebook Messenger a lot with me, and Facebook will they'll reach out through the Messenger app and be weird, and guys will reach out, hey, how are you? It's like nope, try again, buddy. Don't come to my fucking Messenger and ask me how I am and be a man. No, don't get at me through the DMs as a man or through the Messenger as a man.
Slide hard in them DMs, brother.
I'd rather know that it was a criminal from Nigeria trying to, blackmail me for money than a fucking real life man reaching out to me, because that's on, I don't care, man, that's on some homo shit, I think. Like, why else were you reaching out to me? My profile picture is me with a tank top on. Let me guess. You think that you want training? Is that what it is?
Hey, brother.
No, it's because you think I look good and you're homo and you want to start a relationship with me or something, or you want to fucking, I don't know.
They just want to be friends.
Get your dick wet or something.
Hey.
Not gonna happen.
Not through the DMs.
Sorry, brother.
No, don't bring that dick game this way.
Just don't like it. It's very. I'm not like. There's no part of me that is. What's that word? Homophobic?
Right.
No, but it's just that is ridiculous activity as another male to reach out to another male that you don't know through a social media platform.
I have it happen all the time. Like, I have a huge gay following for some reason. It's ridiculous. It's probably because I post like half naked shit on my Instagram just because I'm pretty happy with my body right now. But yeah, like ever since I started doing that, like my gay following has definitely gone up. And they've definitely like slid into my DMs. That and like 45 to 50-year-old women with 5 kids living in fucking bumfuck, nowhere. You look really good. I want to eat you up. And it's like, number one, you couldn't hang with me. Number two, I don't.
What do you mean they couldn't hang with you? What does that mean? They couldn't keep up with you?
I'm a weird human being.
Do you have like your terms of your sexual drive?
Oh, my sexual drive is fucking cray.
Okay, well, we understand why.
Yeah.
But why do you think that they couldn't put up or like keep up with that?
Because I'm fucking weird, bro. Like, I'm weird when it comes to. I'm a very dominant human being, especially when it comes to the bedroom. And a lot of women don't like that, but some women do, and they claim they do. But then when they really get with a real dominant human being, they can't hang. So they'll talk a big game. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Nah, you don't. You're just trying to fucking.
You don't think they do? You don't think that women want to be with a dominant man?
It's not necessarily that. It's just like I'm fucking weird, dude. Like, I'm into that fucking porn crazy shit, dude. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe without like showing, which I'm not gonna be showing, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah,
I mean like bondage and like weird fucking, just weird fetish shit.
Not, yeah, kinda, yeah, to a point, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, polar opposite.
Are you?
Oh, polar opposite.
Are you
very
like just straight missionary?
Very fucking traditional, and I don't care about. I don't have any fucking skeletons in my closet in that regard. I no fetishes. Nothing like really turns me on. Very traditional in that regard. Like, I just like regular shit, dude. Like regular missionary doggy riding. That's it. I don't like fucking anything. I don't care about anything else.
Wow.
Like, I'm just not that guy, man. None of that ever turned me on. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we're total opposite human beings. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Trying to find a common ground, but just not on that common ground, I'll tell you that much right now.
Are you a big porn watcher?
I don't mind watching porn. Yeah, I like watching porn. Yeah, if it's available, which is always available because it's always on your phone.
He says,
because it's always on your phone. But
that's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, no, I like porn. Like, are you not into porn?
No, porn is one of those things where I've gone through my stages, as any man has with porn. But porn is one of those things where it's so ridiculously fucking fake that it's a turn off. Because in my life, dude, I've had a number of partners, okay? And that's no cap.
And
a number of partners, dude. And I've never, ever once experienced with these women are vocalizing and acting like on fucking, in porn.
You never like walked in and somebody was stuck in the dryer?
Yeah, or under the table. That's fucking great.
Come on, man. That's just real life shit.
Yeah, that
bro.
happens.
It happens
yeah,
because
that hole is not big enough, man. Once you get yourself in there.
I mean, it's a tight spot
It's
sometimes,
a real
especially
tight spot.
those double deckers where you have the washer, lower the dryer.
Man, like I promise you, dude, like I can see the arousal and shit like that because the woman is, seemingly helpless and she gets taken advantage of by the guy.
Oh no, Mr. Fix-It Man, can you help me out of this tight spot that I'm in?
Yeah.
Sure, let me grab my hammer.
I know. It's ridiculous. And that's not even the stuff that I'm talking about. I'm talking about like
pretty fucking
their
ridiculous.
vocals when they start getting hammered. It's just, this is ridiculous. You're way too overboard, man.
I'm more into like the homemade shit. Like
homemade is, I can get on board with that, man.
Yeah.
But even then, like, I honestly, and I'll be full transparent here, man.
Yeah.
I only watch porn when I want to just get a quick one in, and I
Yeah.
don't want to call anybody over.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with it. I
No.
just want to get quick. So I'll use it as material just to go quick.
Yeah,
and then that's it. Go to bed. Finish that. Get the demons out. Go to bed. You know what I mean?
release the demon.
It's really what it is. And but apart from that, man, like I use it as a tool, man. I don't use it to just and at that it's like maybe once every like 2 months.
Do you look down at
No.
No. Do you look down at people that like shoot porn and do porn?
No, I just think that if you're a woman and you're doing it, you're wrecking your life and your future to be with a good man. I mean, you want to get into intersexual dynamics, that's where this conversation is going to lead, man. So, I mean, we can go there, but I mean, the proof is in the pudding in terms of men don't want a woman with a promiscuous past, And a woman wants a man with a fucking future who is ambitious and who has goals. Correct? Correct. That is correct across the board with most men. Now, if we're operating in society, we're talking most men. We're talking in generalizations here. We're not talking more for the one-offs or the exceptions to the rule, because those exist. But I don't think you want to go there, dude. I mean, it's just like, no,
it was just a question. That was it. It was just a question.
And I'm answering the question.
Yep.
That's the answer to the question, dude.
Okay.
And I think that if you're a woman and you're doing it, I don't think you're putting your best foot forward for your future. If you're a future man.
The porn business intrigues me. Reason why it intrigues me is I'm not into I'm into like the fucking and all that stuff. That's great, but I'm more of like the back end. It's a weird intro there, the back end, of like the business side of it, right? Of how these girls or men got into the porn industry, how they got noticed to be in these bigger platforms. Was it through social media? Was it through their OnlyFans? Was it through,
all that probably.
All of that stuff. Was it word to mouth? Was it dick to mouth? Like,
was it just personal interaction with somebody on the street that was linked up with a porn company, etc. That saw that person as talent? Let's do it. Yeah, for sure. It's all the things, man.
That intrigues me. And when they go and they set up shop in a hotel room, right? That intrigues me as well.
Why?
Just because I'm kind of a tech nerd. So it's like, okay, lighting. How do you
just like this?
No. But how do you control the noise of people on both sides of the hotel room, right?
I mean, how many times you get in a hotel room and there's massive noise across, with other rooms?
A lot.
Well, then you're staying in fucking podunk hotel rooms. They got really good. When they're in a hotel room, I'm sure it's really nice.
Yeah.
And typically they don't do them in hotels. They do them in houses.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No. Right. Exactly. They do they'll rent like Airbnbs and stuff like that, right? And like the more of like the tech side as well, like. How many cameras are they shooting? How many people are actually there?
Just count.
Count. Is there a director? Is there so on and so forth? Like that is what intrigues me more than and the business side of it than just watching people fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a couple people that shoot porn, and they've invited me to one of their porn shoots. Haven't gone yet, but I have been invited to a porn shoot. And it's like not like one of those things where it's just like I want to go and just watch people fuck. I more want to watch the technical side of everything. Like how many times they stop somebody and put them in a different position. How many times does one person have to have the leg up? And that stuff intrigues me.
You think it's probably more improvised than anything?
No, I think it's more scripted than anything.
Scripted in terms of the outline, but then again, I think that they edit certain things in a way, maybe like at the end where I don't want to get too graphic about it, but maybe at the end they might cut and put it in the beginning or whatever. Like they might splice scenes like that.
Right.
But I don't know if there's there's probably a direction like that.
What if the guy goes quick?
Right, but if the guy does, then they have him wait for maybe 15, 20 minutes and have him go again, and they shoot that last scene, they put that at the end.
Like what if that's the thing that's like stuff that kind of intrigues me. Like what happens because they got to get a certain shot, they got to get a certain angle, they got to get this, they got to get that, right? So they got to light it right. They got to, you know what I'm saying? Like that stuff, like my brain starts going, oh, okay, how does all of this work? Like, I'm not
thought about getting in production.
Yeah, in the production side of it, not necessarily about the fucking side of it, but like the production side of it,
But have you thought about getting into production?
Have I thought about producing porn? I am totally down. Letting you guys know.
You look at the camera so much. It's crazy, dude. And I think you have that from doing your Twitch streams and shit, because you're always looking at the camera doing your Twitch streams. You're always you're looking at the camera probably half as looking at me.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's an audience that still watches this.
Yeah, but they don't care about us looking at them. They just want to be a bird. They want to be a bird, get a bird's eye view of what we're talking about.
But it also allows them to understand.
When you watch Joe Rogan, or is he ever looking at the camera? Do any of them ever look at the camera? No, 0 times. It's not about looking at the camera. It's about the content. It's about what the interaction is between the two people talking. That's the only thing that matters.
I've also thought about in here, production-wise, is having us face each other. Right? Which we're kind of facing each other at kind of an angle a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. but actually having each other face each other.
It'd be better for you because then you would stay focused on.
Well, it's also better for like my neck too because I'm always like this. You know? So I was watching the Bear podcast, right?
Yeah.
And he had a great comedian on. What's his name? Matt Riffle, young kid out of Ohio, right? And I was watching how they had their I was watching on the production side. I was watching him how he had his setup because I watch the podcast, but I watch how they produce it as well, right? And they can't have been any more bigger of a space than we were in, but they were facing each other. And I'm like, and
but
they
there's
were
a split cam, right?
Right, it was split cam. Yeah, they had a hard cam, which is the double shot, and then they had one that shot this way, and then one that shot this way. And obviously, he has a producer because he kind of had the same thing Joe Rogan has. What's Joe Rogan's guy? Jamie, where he was able to like Google something real quick. And did you know that Malcolm X was a redhead?
No,
didn't know that. They called him Big Red because he had red hair. Didn't know that. Found that out today. Learned something new. That was awesome. But I was just watching how they did it. Now they didn't show, and then it was able for him to put it up. But yeah, I was just looking at the production side of it. I was like, man, like I totally could do something like that in the studio that we have. I would just need to curtain it off a little bit different, but we totally could like look at each other. And I have enough technology that I can make things work somehow, and maybe just have the gimmick right here to switch it so I can do it myself. It's possible. And I've seen people do that. I've seen podcasts where they have the switcher right in front of them. So you know that the guy's hitting the button, right? And I have the switcher, and I don't use my camera switcher as much as I do on my Twitch anymore. That I could totally bring in here, and I have enough cameras to do it.
It'd be a lot for you to remember.
No.
Have a good conversation with somebody and thinking about switching the.
No, because
cam.
like when you go on like your little when you go on like your long rants or your talks, I can just be like,
and then
when we're talking, go back to 2. 2 to 3. 3 would be on me. Go back to 2. 2 goes to both of us.
Both of us, yeah.
Yep. Go back to 1. 1 goes to you. Yeah. Oh yeah. Memory.
You could do that.
Oh
Good.
yeah. And it would be quick cuts too.
Yeah.
Quick cuts. Yeah. It would just be something I would have to play with.
Production quality would be a lot better, a lot cooler looking for the listener, for the viewer rather.
Yeah. I would just have to. I kind of want to get like some Lazy Boys in here. Something a little bit like these are great. And then I would want to get.
Nah, they're not great. They're not comfortable. They're just basic.
I got them off Facebook Marketplace for like $30.
I know.
But yeah,
bargain of a
bargain
deal.
market. Yeah, I would have to switch both chairs so we're facing each other, but then have the microphone have like a little stand over here so the microphone can come off of it, so we're both right here with the microphone. I mean, I could do it with this table. It would be here. Yeah, I mean, I would have to mess with it. I have to play with it. But yeah, now since I bored everybody on my production side. But yeah, dude, that's how my brain works. I'm just constantly, how can I make things look better? How can I make things cooler?
Yeah,
So,
I think that's, I mean, that would look really cool. And I guess the question I ask is it necessary is it necessary in terms of the growth of the podcast to do something like that and put more money into it when...
Well, it's not really putting more money in. Well, I guess we would have to get curtains for that side and curtains for this side, but technically it's not really putting more money into it because I already have all the equipment.
You have the cam switch?
Yeah, I have the cam switch.
Oh.
Yeah, I have the switcher.
Well, then the putting in the money... Well, we don't have to do this the recliners up front or the Lazy Boys or whatever.
I actually technically have one in the other room.
No, we can't use that one because there's only one.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But that was like $100. So like I always ordered another one, and they're kind of like little recliners, and that could open up potential of having 2 over there and 1 over here. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Like there's potential there. It's just I would have to maneuver some things around and get things, curtain this off, curtain that off, kind of move things back to
My sciatica's fucking killing me, dude.
Why is your side killing you?
No, I have sciatica.
Right.
Did you say why your side killing you?
Yeah. Were you doing...
My side? Yeah, no. It's from years of front squatting. Because when I started front squatting again, it came about, and then when I backed off front squatting, it would go away, and then when I would front squat again, it would flare up, and I'm just too lazy to do anything about it. I just deal with the pain when it happens every so often. But yeah, it's just a son of a bitch.
What'd you work today in the gym?
Just chest and shoulders.
Nice. We got that tomorrow.
It's just a fucking. So anyway,
sorry you're in pain, man.
Nah, it's like I said, it comes and goes. It's not a big deal.
Do you get massaged?
Nah.
You ever gotten massaged?
Yeah.
It's great.
It's overrated, man.
No, I got cupped. last week.
Oh my gosh, you're one of those.
So good.
Oh, dude,
so good. It was literally Wednesday after this pod that we did on Tuesday. I went and got cupped, and it was after working back with Lindsay. My back was pretty sore, and then he went and he cupped my lats. Oh, it was the best thing, and then he scraped everything. Oh, it was so good. And you like chiropractors?
No, do not trust chiropractors.
Oh yeah, I went to the chiropractor on Friday. I got nice and popped up, which was great. Yeah, try to keep body as healthy as possible.
Do you think that's keeping you healthy? Do you think that you would need that recovery? Do you think that you need that recovery modality?
Yeah, I do. I really believe that, like, if you go and you get massage and you loosen up the muscles, it could help with your sciatic. It really
No, it can't. There are specific movements you have to do to cure sciatica. And it's funny thing is I did a podcast with a guy a year back or so. He's a doctor in fucking chiropractic, and he specializes in low back pain and sciatic pain. And I have his number. I could text him and reach out. I just don't. Because I know that I'm not going to put in the time for the little dumb ancillary movements that he's going to have me do to cure it. So this is how I deal with things. I just fucking put up with it as it comes, the pain as it comes.
I feel that on so many levels because I need to have reconstructive surgery on my left shoulder because I'm bone on bone.
Yeah.
And I just deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I'm not done wrestling yet. And the recovery time to do it is like a year. So... Yeah, and they want to cut me. So they've already been cut once. So I've been cut from here to here. They want to go on top of my collarbone and cut all the way down. And so I'm really bone on bone, right? So they want to drill into my arm, put a new socket in my arm, and then on the shoulder part, they want to put a piece of plastic so then it all goes nice and smooth. And I'm just not there yet. Not there at all. Yeah. I've thought about doing stem cells before I do that because stem cell research is amazing right now. But my
it's
insurance,
a grip up money, man.
Yeah, dude, Mexico.
Wow.
Mexico. You get
I wouldn't trust anything in Mexico. But then again, that's where all these women are getting these BBLs done.
Bro, a lot of people are going to Mexico for cool shit.
Yeah.
You know, I got a buddy who invested in a stem cell place in Puerto Vallarta, I think. One of my buddies is on his way there today to go get stem cells put in his back. And I'm interested to see how well they do for his back because he got stem cells in the States and they didn't do fuck all. So I'm interested to see his stem cells. I think he paid because the big you go to the clinic. And the clinic, you stay at the clinic, so it's like a big resort. I think he paid like $8,000 to do this, and he's gonna be there for like a week, and they're just gonna pump him full of stem cells.
Nice,
which is gonna be pretty cool. And I know a couple people that have done it, and they've said great results. So,
from the place in Mexico, or just
the place in Mexico?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm glad I don't need stem cell shit.
Oh, I got so many injuries, but just work through them, dude. Because that's what we do. We savages. What the fuck are you doing?
Are you a savage?
Did you just drop your phone?
Yeah.
Again?
Are you a savage?
I believe.
I think there are prerequisites that make you a savage.
What are those?
I mean, I don't know. It's just.
Okay.
I mean, I think that there are innate prerequisites you must possess to be able to label yourself a savage. Not savage like for nefarious things, like being, a killer or something like that, but just in your sport, in your line of work, you gotta just not care. You gotta just be able to put up with pain. You gotta be able to do one more than everybody else. You gotta have the desire to grit your teeth and do things that are fucking grimy that you don't want to do. You gotta have lots of discipline. You can't be a pussy. You can't be weak. You can't have any weak words come out of your mouth. You can't have any weak thoughts infiltrate your mind. That's really what it means to be a savage. And for like the sports that we're in, or for what we want to create in ourselves, and that doesn't exist, dude. And it's only getting worse with the generations.
Generations are horrible. What
do you think about that? You think the generations are upholding?
No.
Okay.
No. Our generations are getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And no, I blame it on the parents.
Yeah.
I blame it on the parents because they're not teaching. They'd rather put a phone in front of their kid than teaching them how to be, number one, a good human being, and learning how to, like a big one, save money. I know it's very small to some people, but that's very big to a young adult, is teaching them how to save money, because that's going to be something that they can learn down the road, and they can apply down the road of knowing how to budget certain things so they can. And that's just something that I had to learn, well into my adulthood. Because I was, I got money real quick and I just spend. The next thing I was broke. I was like, oh shit, I got to pay stuff.
Well, I think it levies on you being smart with money, not necessarily saving money. You have to be smart with your money.
Right, but a lot of people aren't teaching that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people aren't teaching their kids how to play sports. I mean, I'm huge in sports. And a lot of people are rather watch their kid, on their phones than taking them outside and throw the ball. Teaching them how to play catch, teaching them certain techniques of how to do certain things with, even in the gym. Oh God, there's this guy in the gym I just want to murder.
I want to murder everybody in the gym.
Oh my gosh. This kid, and his dad's is just as bad as he is. He slams everything. It doesn't matter what weight that he's doing. He slams. Wham! Wham! And I'm like, dude, if it's louder than my headphones, brother, we got a problem. You know what I mean? Like, you're not lifting. You're not knocking out the 120s in the corner, brother. You're knocking out 40s. Like, calm down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, even if you're doing the 120s, there's
a way to dismount.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a way to dismount them, right? And this guy just slams everything. And like, I just, like, I constantly look at him like, why? And he's just gruff. It's just some young kid, it's just, but that's what's one of those things where it's just like you would teach, especially when they're lifting with your dad, you would teach them as the dad how to use proper equipment and how to mount and dismount equipment to, number one, use it optimally, and on top of that, not look like a D-bag while doing it.
Maybe his dad's a D-bag.
Oh, his dad's a huge D-bag.
There you go. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Bruh. Preach to that shit. But yeah, no, it's I'm just like, this kid, like, man, and he's not even doing like rows right. He's not doing anything right. And I'm just like, man, I just want to pull you aside, just talk to you real quick, but I'm not going to, because that's not my place. You're not my kid. I don't care.
Yeah.
So big storm that happened this week. San Luis Obispo is flooded.
Yeah.
The grade is flooded. Grade shut down.
People are freaking out, and I understand why, but when they're not affected, like the people that have been affected are affected, stop freaking out, because you're freaking everybody else out. And the fact is, there's, wherever got it the worst, they're dealing with that.
Yeah.
And they have the authority to say, this fucking sucks. And, and because it affected them. But the people that it didn't affect, and they're just watching from afar, are freaking out. What are you doing? It's. I know water has the ability to fuck a lot of things up,
Right.
but it's not fucking with you. So just remain calm. Be the calm pieces for
Absolutely.
everybody else that are freaking out. Don't freak out with them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that was my take on it, because everybody was pandering and freaking out, even when it wasn't affecting them, dude.
I opened up my house yesterday. I was like, hey, if you get evacuated, you want to come to my place. I have power. I have food. I have, got a place to crash. You're good. Just hit me up. Just hit me on my DMs or whatever, or if you have my phone number, just call me, right? But other than that, it was just one of those things where it's just like, I just told people, be safe. Be safe. Don't be dumb. Did you see the guy that was in the Mission River? Like, in between downtown SLO, they have that river, right? There was a guy in a wetsuit.
No.
And I'm like, you're an idiot. What are you doing?
Just making light of the situation.
Yeah, okay. You're trying to make a YouTube video, bro. You're going to die.
That's what it was, probably.
There's people died yesterday. There was a girl that got sucked underneath. The mom got saved, but she didn't. And they're still searching for it, and that's in San Miguel.
Wow.
Another woman died in Shell Beach. And a couple other people died. They evacuated Santa Barbara, like Montecito. I think it's Montecito. Santa Barbara, I think. Yeah, they evacuated that. There's flash flood warnings, and we're not even done yet.
There's this week. We have this week, I think, left.
Yeah, we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, we'll get through it.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. But this happens every 5 years. Every 5 years we get a huge storm like this.
Yeah.
We'll
get through it. It's not a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal to some people. Like coronavirus. It's a big deal to some people.
Yeah.
I guess it definitely does not applicable to, compared to coronavirus, but we need to, the parts of the world, or the parts of this area that's not getting massively flooded like other parts are. We need to remain calm for those people that are freaking out,
right,
to give them some hope in grounds in terms of its passing, because all they can see right now is red. That's all they're seeing, and we need to be that beacon of light. As corny as that shit sounds, we need to be that for them and not be freaking out on top with them.
It was crazy to see how many businesses flooded yesterday. Like, it was insane to see, the Nautical Bean flooded. FedEx flooded. Madonna Road shut down because it merged underwater. High Street merged underwater. It was just crazy to see, like, a lot of these places where you can't, Foothill merged underwater. It was just the craziest thing,
Good thing we have insurance. And they'll probably come back.
Hopefully people have renter's insurance.
They'll probably come back better from insurance. They'll probably come back. Those businesses will probably come back better.
Headstrong was completely underwater. Yep.
Fucking flood my business, bro. I'll come back better because I got great insurance.
That's good.
Flooded.
I think Danny's gym flooded.
Nah, he's fine. I was there today.
Were you there?
He was fine, dude.
Okay, you were there
He's
today.
fine.
Okay, yeah. I know he was looking for sandbags. I know that. So I was like, oh man.
Probably just in preparation.
I was like, oh man, is this stuff flooding? Hopefully not. That would suck. But yeah, no. You were at his gym today?
Just picking up a supplement. He had this line of pre-workout that I really wanted to try. I've tried it before and I really liked it, but it was years ago. He gave me a bottle of it years ago. So I was like, when he was posting on his stories, I was like, I want the pump, and because it was a BioFreak. They make a pump, which is a non-stem, and then they make the BioFreak stem version. So I wanted the stem free because I already have a light pre-workout that's got electrolyte. It's called Amino Energy. I get it from Costco, and I love that shit. I can gauge out the caffeine that I want. It's got 100 milligrams per 2 scoops, and anyways, I like that. I've been on it for so long. I love that shit. And I pair that with Liquid IV. I think I've told you that before.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to add that pump because that has all the different pump products like the agmatine, the citrulline malate. It's got a high ratio of citrulline malate or citrulline to malate. And I think it had some focus agents in there as well. It's a great pre-workout, dude. So, anyways, I went by there and picked that up, and his gym was fine, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Good for him, man. Good. He's really stepping up. Like, I guess he's getting a lot of new equipment in there, too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So,
you know, that's what happens when you own a business, man. You can take out loans. I don't know what he's doing, but I mean, there's a lot of perks to owning a business. There's a lot of perks, and you have a lot of allowances when you own a business, man. And yeah, and so I'm not saying, I don't know how he is doing it. I'm sure we would want to have him here to talk about that.
correct.
But yeah, I mean, I just know just from owning business, you get a lot of allowances, you get a lot of perks and write-offs, etc.
I'm just happy for him.
Yeah,
I'm just happy for him.
yeah, he's a really good guy, man.
He's really came into his own in the last like year and a half.
Yeah,
And really found like who he is and what he wants in life. And now that he owns his own gym and all that stuff, I'm just I'm glad that our relationship is better. Yeah, just a good dude, just a real good dude. And if we change things around in here, we possibly could make that a thing, because
What?
I can, the setup. We can,
Oh, you mean for guests?
Yeah, I think I can. I can make it work somehow. I think I can.
How come you were in a hood?
I don't know, because my head's cold.
Is it really cold? Can you even feel coldness on your head? Especially where we live? Or is it just you don't like the way it looks right now?
What, my head?
Yes.
Oh no, my head looks fine.
Okay. The reason why I ask it is because the last show you had a hoodie on too.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize.
So
I don't know. When I always
why
have
is the hood on?
when I have my zip up, I always have my hood on. I don't know why I just do.
Huh.
Yeah, but yeah. So now my head's cold.
Really, man? Really?
See, now my head's cold. But yeah,
I'm trying to think of when I had a shaved head. Did I ever think about it being cold? No. But I don't think I had as little a hair as you did. I think I shaved like a 1. But that's like somebody saying, I don't have a beard anymore, my face is cold. It's like, what, dude?
I think that's a thing.
What, dude?
Isn't that a thing?
If that's the case, you're a pussy. That's what it is. You can't put up with a little coldness on your face? Are you kidding me? So you're saying if you could grow hair on your fucking neck to keep your neck warm, you would do that?
Fuck no. Neck hair is
I mean,
gross.
it's just like, come on, dude, deal with some shit.
Neck hair is
Just
gross.
deal with some shit. Deal with some little bit of discomfort, a little bit of pain. Just deal with it.
Do you ever fuck with like ice baths?
No, dude. No, I know that plunges are good for you, good for adrenaline, good for, recovery, etc., decreasing inflammation. I don't give a fuck. I just do regular shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Had to emphasize that because there's so many things that you could be doing. Cryotherapy.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking cold plunges in the morning.
Yeah.
Sauna, steam. I'm sure they're great, and then there's massive data to support them.
Yes.
Okay, I guess if I was rich and I had a lot of disposable income, I'd buy those things and have them at my house and do them first thing in the morning.
I mean, you don't really need
They're fucking expensive, bro.
cold plunges.
Cold plunges, saunas, going back and forth.
Saunas are saunas.
Well, that's
saunas.
the only way I would do it. I would do a cold plunge and a sauna back and forth.
Yeah, the saunas. Actually, somebody is selling a sauna right now that I know of for like $1,500.
Is it a red light?
I don't know, man.
Turn
on a red light.
Is it
Roxanne.
The light? Because isn't there like a light sauna, like a electric sauna? Like they have electric saunas?
I think it's electric.
I'd want like the rock. Is that a steam room?
Yeah, I think it's. I
get them always confused.
I think
man.
that's a steam room where you go and you dump the water on it and it steams everywhere. I think that's a steam room.
The dry heat is a sauna, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I would want. But I wouldn't want like the electric charge. I want like a.
I wonder how much that would run up your bill.
I'm talking out of my ass. I don't even know what exists, what's out there.
Yeah, I'm like, that would probably that would be so crazy to have your own sauna in your house, and like your electric bill would probably go through the fucking roof.
Saunas, I think a good sauna is like $5,000. Like a good $5,000 or $6,000 maybe.
It's not too bad.
No, but I'm not gonna put in for that right now, dude. I got way too much tied up in my business, way too much going out every month. It's just not. That's not feasible right now.
But you can make a cold plunge. Like you can just grab like a feed barrel.
Yeah.
You know, and then just dump water in it, or just fill it up every day.
Or you
with
can take
the
a cold
hose.
shower.
Or you just take a cold shower.
Not doing it. I take fucking warm showers.
I wish I could take warm showers. I do take warm showers, but then my water gets cold and then it gets hot again. So it's kind of like a cold plunge, and then I get hot again. So it's kind of like the same
like
thing.
a cold
It's kind of like cold plunge, but then it's like, shit, it's cold, and then I'll kick the fucking gimmick so it runs out, and then put my foot underneath it, and then it's warm again. Pull it back. Shower.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait to move out of this motherfucker. It's gonna be great. I already have it in my mind that I'm going to be somewhat trying to move by the end of this year, going into next year. I want to buy a house. That's my goal.
Good for you.
Yeah. I want to buy a house, so then I can buy a 4-bedroom house and actually build like a full-fledged studio in the house. And that is, so then if we decide to, we're in a very, very small back area in my house. If we decide to do something bigger on a bigger scale, then it's not such tight spaced, which is kind of cool. So, and I kind of want to get a bigger TV.
Necessary or not?
It's not super necessary, but
I think this is boring talk for people listening, but I would think that a brick and mortar outside of both of our houses would be probably the best.
We could do that. We'd have to figure out like how much that would cost. I have no idea how much that would cost.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about off mic because that's boring for people to listen to. But
fuck gym bros.
Look, bro. Apart from,
I don't know,
gym bros, like dude, I could go off.
I don't know.
Bros.
I just thought it would be a good. I was like, I don't know. We got to get off the subject of fucking randomness.
I will say, dude, like the gym population of the 17, 18-year-olds that are wearing flannel pants, I don't understand it.
I don't get that either.
And
what the fuck?
I'm now that guy that's old enough to be able to be like, I don't get your generation. You know what I mean? But that's really what it comes down to. I don't get flannel pants. What is that telling? I was having this conversation with my friends, and I was telling her, like, what are they trying to convey with that? Like, I care, but I don't care. Coming to the gym, like, I just got out of bed, but I'm going to go train. I'm going to go work out. What does that mean? What fucking idiot started that flannel trend?
I have no idea. No idea. But I know exactly what you're talking about. And I can't fucking stand it either. Like, I wear warm-ups to the gym, right? And I wear a shirt or a pump cover, I usually wear like 2 shirts because I sweat a lot. But yeah, I don't understand the whole wearing flannel pants with Crocs or whatever the fuck to the gym with a white beater. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, when you're 145 pounds.
145 fucking pounds.
6'1".
145 pounds, white as shit.
Yeah, man.
Pale white.
I don't even want to talk about it, dude, because I just get more and more agitated.
With a beanie.
Beanie.
With his hair out a little bit.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We were probably seeing the same fools.
We're talking about the same fucking guy.
You're wearing a beanie, and so your head's cold, clearly, because we're thinking about this as logical men here. Your head's cold, but you're wearing a beanie, but you're wearing a wife beater. That doesn't make any sense.
It means I'm warm.
No, it's a fashion statement, bro.
I'm warm here, but I'm holding all my emotions in here.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, probably right, man. Pussy guys. Look, it is a trend, and it's a dumbass trend at that, but whatever. Let's just put it to bed, man. I'll tell you what, dude, there's a lot of dark in this world, and there's a lot of dark that is unforeseen yet. People think it's sort of like, it almost has this gray, what's that word? When you look down, like, you look down a road and there's like a mirage. There's a gray mirage. That's the word. There's a gray mirage, but it's really dark. But it looks but it has this gray mirage to it. Like it might not be so nefarious and so dark. But what I'm getting at is there's a lot of dark in the world. And I've been noticing this for for the better half of a year. But it seems like even if there's dark, it always turns to light. Meaning the darkness can only last so long before the light shines on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then shows you what really that darkness possessed. Do you think that there's an expiration date on every dark matter, every dark situation in life, every dark person? Or do you think that like there's a possibility that the dark won't come to light and it'll be buried with that person?
I believe that it depends on the person.
What do you mean?
It really does. It depends on the person's mental state. If they're willing to understand that not every day is going to be as bad as like the last day.
I don't think you're picking up on what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
elaborate a little more. Sorry.
People that have darkness to them, I'm not talking about people that are depressed. I'm not talking about people that are going through shit in their life, because that's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about people that are willfully doing things that are dark, but otherwise putting out a light, trying to put out a light in the process. So trying to dismiss the dark that they're doing, or the darkness that they're partaking in. I'm saying you can only be nefarious for so long. You can only be deleterious in your thoughts for so long before that comes to light.
Okay, so you're saying that, people that are, let's put, cheating out there.
Right. Okay. That's
okay.
One thing.
Oh yeah. Is that
that could
kinda,
be labeled?
Is that kind of like where you're going with it?
Sure.
Okay.
That could be one. That could be an example.
Yeah. Like they're doing something very that they're not supposed to be doing, and sooner or later that it's going to come to light and it's going to burn them.
Right. Very, very good.
Okay.
Do you think that? Okay.
Yes, I do believe sooner or later that time does run out.
Mm-hmm.
And that if you don't change your habits or change the way that you are, or stop doing stupid shit, then yes, sooner or later somebody's going to catch on.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's your spouse, your boss, your whatever the fuck. Sooner or later someone's going to catch on and you're going to get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody is as slick as they think they are. Trust me on that.
Or they end up just getting too sloppy.
Way too sloppy.
Right. And they're not as aware as they should be.
Right.
Of their surroundings, or who may be questioning them.
Right, or who's around them.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I truly believe that. Yeah, sooner or later that you will be burned if you keep doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Man. I've just been noticing that a lot with, like, say what you want about, let's put Andrew Tate out there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so say what you want about Andrew Tate. The fact is that we don't know if the human traffic allegations are correct. There's been a lot of breakdown from it.
Break that down for me, because I'm not super familiar with the Andrew Tate thing. So please break it down for me.
What are you familiar with?
I'm not very familiar with him at all, personally. I know somewhat of who he is, but I don't know.
From TikTok?
Yeah. From his, positive, and the way that he is, and very, I guess he has, 5 or 6 fucking kids, and, is a fucking millionaire and wants to fight Jake Paul, and, is a pro fighter and shit like that. Other than that, I don't really know a whole lot about him. So, please elaborate me with this whole sex trafficking thing.
Well, he built a predominance of his wealth from online. What was it? He would. I want to choose my words carefully. He'd have girls that would basically reach out to men that had money through online and start with webcam. Like, he had basically a webcam service.
Okay.
And that's how he made a lot of his money, so he says. And so from that, he touts a lot about masculinity, how he feels a woman should be with a man, how a man should be for a woman. protector, provider, etc. There's a laundry list of what he stands for or what he promulgates. But then there's this whole notion of that he was, he's making a lot of his money from human trafficking, because this guy makes like insane levels of money, dude. And so they're trying to, I think honestly, I don't know what it is. I think that they don't like what he touts, what he promulgates, and because of that, they want to get rid of him. And so they try to cancel him off all social media platforms. That didn't really work. He got brought back, and I guess to some degree got brought back at least. And then they started to now accuse him of human trafficking. And I don't even know on what grounds. But the thing is, the way that our government works here is different from the way that Romanian government works.
Is that where he lives?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Romanian government, you don't have to have like an exact, itemized layout of what this person did to be able to go get a fucking search warrant to search your house. You can just get a search warrant based on what would that be? A search warrant based on
probable cause.
Probable cause, and that's it. And they can go fucking raid your house.
Yeah.
So then it just made it look a lot more like serious that these people raided his house and blah 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 and took him out. And there's a lot to it, and I don't really even know, and furthermore, I don't want to talk on things that I don't really know 100% about. So I just leave it at that. But yeah, it's just one of those things that he's been accused of, and I guess we'll wait to see what. But I guess that goes in tandem with what I was talking about with the dark. If he actually is doing dark things,
yeah,
well, it'll be brought to light.
Right.
It's just a matter of time.
It's like the Liver King.
Right. That's a great example.
It's like the Liver King. Yeah.
By the way, have you seen him now? A month out of no steroids?
I have not.
Oh my gosh, he looks like a different person.
Does he?
Dude, he's got insane genetics. Okay,
oh, yeah.
I'll just tell you that. Even at 190 pounds, he's at 190 pounds right now, which I think he was around 207 or 2 something like that, right? Somewhere around there. Rock solid, probably 7-8% body fat, and he's short. He's not a tall guy. 190. He's 190 now, but his genetic structure is fucking phenomenal, dude. Like, he may not have the best arms, but he's got just an overall great physique, dude. And they showed him a picture of him at 191 in Generation Iron. I follow their page on Instagram, and he did not look normal. He's not by any means a normal looking guy, but the drastic changes that taking off steroids made in his physique after just a month is insane, dude. Like, somebody blew his ass up with a pump when he was on gear, and then let all the air out. Now that's what he looks like. But he still looks crazy good. Still looks crazy good.
A little flat.
Oh, very flat, not as vascular.
Yep.
But then again, he's not pumped up, I would imagine. But still, like, even when he wasn't pumped up, his muscles look very excited, and that's typically what androgens will do. They'll excite the testosterone derivatives will excite the androgen receptors on the muscle, which will express a little bit more of an excited tonality to the muscle. And that's why you get guys walking in the gym that haven't touched the fucking weight yet, and they already look like they just got through the pump session.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he looked like that, but now he doesn't look like that. He just looks like, he doesn't look regular, like I said, but he's he's massively deflated from what he was. But arguably so. When you get off pharmacological substances like that do super physiological things to your body, that's the fucking result, man.
Jamie, can you put Liver King up? Oh, wait, we don't have one of those.
Jamie?
Yeah, can you put Liver King up for it? No? All right, we are looking for a Jamie. If you guys know anybody, please send us our way to someone that can commit and somebody who wants to do it. Yes.
So anyways, yeah, that Liver King situation was crazy. And he'll get smaller. Even if he's on TRT, he'll get a little bit smaller, but not probably by that much.
No.
No. But yeah, man.
He still eats a lot of crazy stuff. Like I do,
That doesn't matter, dude. I mean, what he eats doesn't really have any direct. effect on the way he,
absolutely. It's just some of the shit he eats is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. His chef Lionel is what he calls him. Chef Lionel, what we have for dinner.
Oh, really?
And then he'll break down like what the Liver King's having for dinner, and I'm just like, bird geezer to fucking smoked fucking head. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? We don't eat vegetables around here. We eat testicles. It's like, what, huh? Like, yeah, it's insane, yeah. But, he probably is going to lose a little bit of strength, but he still works out like an absolute savage.
Well, he did. What's to say that he'll have that same mental drive now
True.
with the substances out of his body? Because I've done deep dives into steroids. I understand what they do to the body, the brain, etc. And what people don't put out in the forefront is what they do to the brain and how they can really press through mental blockades that otherwise would exist if you didn't have those certain testosterone derivatives and running through your system. And the way that he trains then is not indicative of how he's going to train bare bones natural. And even then, he's probably not going to be bare bones natural. He'll probably have to be on TRT,
of course,
I would imagine. So,
because he's been on testosterone forever.
Right. So it's like, you're still going to have a leg up in that regard.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see, man. Drugs do crazy things to physiques, and they also, when you take them out, they do crazy things afterwards. Because, and this has always been my towel for people that do steroids. Don't get used to the physique, bro. Because it's going to be here one day and gone the next day. And that's the fucking shitty thing about doing drugs. That's the main reason why I didn't do drugs, because I knew, one, I'm doing things that I don't know what I'm doing to in my body. Like, I don't know how they're affecting me internally, okay? At the end of the day, you don't really know how they're affecting you internally. I don't care if you have a guy watching your doctor monitoring your system. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like, you don't really know what the long-term effects of this shit's going to be. There's that. And then two, it's here one day, gone the next day, bro. What does that do to your psyche? Because I know, as somebody who puts a lot of time into his image, that's going to affect my psyche a lot. And I know that if I go from weighing 215 solid to weighing 200 sort of flabby, that would fuck with me, dude. Like, I wouldn't let it be the end of me, but it would fuck with me.
Yeah.
And the workouts would not be the same. Even though I'd be still pressing and pushing hard, it still wouldn't be the same. You can't go from feeling like fucking Superman to feeling like a regular dude and be okay with it. Especially when you're a man and you're tied up in your ego. I mean, that's hard. It's a hard thing. So that's why I'm just a big proponent of never doing it.
I'm watching right now. It's called The Witcher. I think I talked about this last week, right? And it's a guy who played Superman. And this guy is fucking 6'1", 240, jacked as fuck. And I go and I'm watching the show and I'm like, there's no way in hell he's not on gear.
Of course not.
He's got to be on gear. But he comes out and says in an interview that they tried to get him to run gear for Superman, and he said no. And I said, bullshit.
Wait. Is this the guy that did the last Superman, which was in 2014, 15?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one that just did it. Yeah, and I guess he's filming the next one.
He has an accent.
Yeah, he's from England.
Yeah. What's his name?
Oh, I could Google it.
Yeah, well, Jamie.
You see, this is why we need somebody to do this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But you're right. It was from 2014.
Yeah.
Man of Steel.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
He claims that he was natural, and they told him that they wanted him on gear, and he said no. And I was like, bro, in The Witcher, he's jacked as.
Oh, and The Witcher is 240.
240. Yeah, he's in The Witcher.
Because I don't think he doesn't look 240 in Superman. Especially being on the big screen, he doesn't look 240 in Superman.
Dude, he is fucking jacked.
240 is like Michael Hearn. I think Michael Hearn is around 240. And Michael Hearn, I want to say, is what, 6'1", 6'2"?
Yeah, I'm 240 right now.
Yeah, I don't think he was 240 in the Superman, but I could be wrong. But he didn't look that big on Superman. He looked big, but he didn't look like fucking that big. Especially when you're on the screen, you're going to add 10, 15 pounds.
Right.
So if you're fat, you're going to add 10, 15 pounds of fat. If you're muscular, you're going to add 10, 15 pounds of muscle, looking like it's muscle on your frame. So I don't know, man, but that steroids run rampant in Hollywood. They run rampant with the movies. They run rampant, dude.
But yeah, no, I was just like, come on, man. Like, I was watching this. I was like, dude, every time I look at him, I go, dude, you were fucking jacked, dude. What the fuck? And then I was like, he's the guy who played Superman? No way. And then I read it. I read an interview saying that they wanted him to do gear for Superman. He said no, and that he's 100% natural. And I'm like, there's no way in hell, bro. You're 200. I said, unless you have the best genetics in the fucking world, there's no way in hell you look like fucking The Rock, like body-wise, like The Rock, and call yourself.
He looked like The Rock in The Witcher?
In The Witcher, he has the body structure, just fucking veins.
I gotta look this up,
bro. Dude, he is in.
Hey Siri, The Witcher.
Here's The Witcher.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is what you were talking about.
Is that what his name is?
Henry Cavill. He was dope in Superman.
Dude,
man.
he's jacked. He's filming the next one right now. He's no longer on The Witcher because apparently they're not sticking to the books. So he's like, fuck this, I'm out.
I can't get any like. Fuck it.
Jamie, throw him up. No? All right.
Yeah, man, that just. I mean, they're going to tell you it was nothing but chicken and broccoli, nothing but hard workouts, nothing but water and sleep, and all these things are going to tell you that just to be able to mislead the public, because the public doesn't know any different.
Of course.
You know, not until you get to the guys that are like you and I, which are actually embedded in this sport, we understand what it takes to gain muscle and keep muscle, etc., and look a certain way and maintain a certain physique. But everybody else, the general populace, doesn't understand that. So when they hear, 4 hours in the gym, 6, 7, 8 meals of chicken and broccoli, oh my gosh, yeah, I could understand that. It doesn't work that way.
No.
It doesn't work that way. Especially if you're just doing chicken and broccoli, you're going to look flat as fuck.
Yeah.
You're not going to have any muscle, man. You're going to look like you have any
chicken
muscle.
and broccoli. God.
You're going to look flat, look like you have no muscle.
I have one chicken meal a day. The rest of it I eat fish and eggs. I mean, I guess eggs are considered chicken, I guess.
I mean,
I'm
talking about like a carb source.
Yeah. No, yeah, you definitely need some kind of carb source for sure. I'm on potatoes right now. I'm a big potato guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like potatoes, man.
I like mashed potatoes. Like the instant mashed potato. Really easy to make. So, boil water, dump them in, mix them up. Got your potatoes, brother. Bang. Try to keep it easy. Simple. Little mustard. Whew. Off to the races.
Beauty and Brawn. Done. I gotta piss my fucking brains off.
Dude, I saw you dancing.
Oh my gosh, my prostate is fucked right now.
Dude, I saw you dancing.